Did Dr. Murray think or know whether Michael Jackson was addicted to any kind of narcotic?
No, he didn't know he was addicted if he is addicted. I mean, let's not presume he was addicted, first of all. It's not fair to Michael Jackson and his family.
What Jackson really wanted, according to Murray, was the anesthetic propofol. Murray told investigators that Jackson repeatedly asked for the drug that final night, but insisted he repeatedly denied the singer. Murray claims he was actually trying to wean Jackson off of propofol at the time, fearing he'd formed an addiction.
There was a responsibility to talk to his family and not to prescribe the drugs. If you are concerned, why continue to prescribe it?
A lot of people say as some sort of defense, well, Michael Jackson begged for it. He wanted the drugs. He paid the doctor to administer him drugs. So what? If someone comes up to you and asks you to do something illegal, even offers to pay you $1 million or more a year, that doesn't mean that makes it okay.
You're absolutely right, Nancy. I mean, that is just unacceptable. And he should have had the professionalism to say, no, Michael, I can't do it. If you have sleep problems, let's work on some other ways to help you, not do what he did.
He doesn't have any specialized training in addiction recovery. That's true. Who else is addicted to a drug like propofol?
This is Michael Jackson rehearsing 2 nights before he died. Murray says he got Jackson to sleep without propofol after this rehearsal.
But I don't want to leave you with the impression that we're suggesting that he was abusing prescription drugs or any illegal substance for that matter.
How did you come to start with Michael?
About in the latter part of January, I had a call that he wanted someone to see his children. They had a slight little cold. I went to go see the kids.
And then?
And then from there, we had a little tea party of some vitamin C and some things for their little cold. Then Michael asked me, well, what do you do? I said, well, what's going on with you? And so he started telling me that I'm just tired. You know, I've just been a little fatigued. And I said, okay, well, why don't we just set up and do anyone with fatigue, if they present in a clinic, we do complete lab work. He said, fine, that's great. I'd like to know. So he asked me, can we do it that day? And I told him, no, I have to go back to my office and I can schedule to come back later. He said, well, can you come back tomorrow? I said, sure. So you need to fast tonight and don't eat anything so I can draw your blood tomorrow. So he said, okay.
And what did you learn from all that?
I didn't find anything other than just a little low blood sugar.
I mean, my client did some blood tests. He did some physical examinations of him, just as you would expect any doctor to do. Mm-hmm. And he came back within range. He seemed to be fine. He had no heart condition, nothing that would have, evidenced a red flag that there needed to be some special precaution.
As part of the business proposition, Michael had to undergo a medical exam to get insurance. Right. Do you have the results of that exam? Was there a drug test for that exam?
The insurance carrier sent a doctor out from New York named Dr. David Slavitt, I believe, and independent of us. We had nothing to do with it. He examined Michael for about 5 hours at his house, and I think they went somewhere for some other tests, and I'm sure there was a blood test. We're obviously not privy to the patient-doctor relationship or that information, but the insurance broker told us that he passed with flying colors.
Dr. Murray did not cause the death of Michael Jackson.
Ed Chernoff says when Dr. Conrad Murray went to work as Michael Jackson's personal doctor, he had no idea that Jackson was, in Chernoff's words, addicted to propofol.
Now, there have been some questions about whether or not he was taking substances that Dr. Murray did not know about, but Dr. Murray knew what Michael Jackson was taking, knew what he was doing.
If Dr. Murray wasn't responsible for Michael Jackson's death, who was?
The addict.
Michael Jackson?
Absolutely. It's just an opportunity for people to get before cameras, 15 minutes of fame. I don't want his image and his legacy to be tarnished with a whole bunch of junk and innuendo.